So we have like a pair of those ape hangers, bagger hangers, mounted on this custom bagger. What can you tell us about them, Mr. Greg?
These are our bagger bars for our batwing fairing. These are a direct fitment for a factory bagger with a batwing fairing. These are pre-drilled for internal wiring as well.
What's so unique about them?
They give you a different riding position. They bring your handlebars are up probably about 4.5 inches. They actually give you adjustability back and forth for guys that have short arms, long arms, comfort factor basically.
So they are comfortable. They look like giving you a lot of comfort.
Yeah, I mean, you put your arms in a good riding position. They're nice and wide. They're about 38 inches wide, so you got good control. A nice wide stance. The handlebars, the adjustability.
They certainly give us a very different look from the factory stock bars, no?
Yeah, they're pretty aggressive looking. They got some really nice curves and sharp points to them. These are a pair of stainless steel polished. Pretty aggressive looking handlebar.
Tell us about the fab. Tell us about the difficulty of making these bars. When did you invent them?
These were designed quite a few years ago, probably about 5 years ago, for the baggers. These are a pretty intricate set of handlebars as far as all the joints and actually the contours of the handlebar. Many radiuses on the handlebars. These are all miter cut, many different fixtures to actually accommodate the building of these handlebars.
Have you been copied on these bars? Because I seem to have seen bars a little bit like this way after you started to make them, no?
Yeah, these handlebars have been actually sought after by other manufacturers, and they kind of mimic some of the lines of our handlebars. They're not quite as aggressive, they're not quite the diameter thickness. 120 DOM tubing, wall thickness. They're actually very intricate to make these handlebars. So people copy some details, but they don't really copy all the details because they're pretty hard to make actually.
So these come in what finish?
They come in raw finish for painting or chroming. They also come in black powder coat, which is gloss, and matte finish. These are a pair of stainless steel handlebars. And these are polished finish.
Considering labor and parts, what am I looking at right off the gate?
You're looking at about $1,000 to put these handlebars on, roughly.
So do you consider that good bang for the buck?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty, it's not cheap by any means, but at the same token, you're getting a lot of value for the dollar.
What do you mean by a lot of value for the dollar?
Well, because you get the adjustability, which you don't have with this standard style with a standard style handlebar. You don't get the adjustability you get with these, and you actually get the aggressive riding look of it. You know? So when you're driving the bike, it gives you a good feel. It's got a good stance width. Your hands are more flat palmed, more forward instead of the turned back, palms down. So it gives you, I think it gives you better control. It makes you feel like a totally different bike by installing these handlebars.
You told me that you invented them because you wanted to give riders a custom look without spending the bucks. Is that correct?
But yeah, I mean, the biggest feature I think you put on the bike, the biggest change you can make to it is changing the handlebars. If I could only have changed one thing on the bike, I would change the handlebars just to give it the most bang for the buck.
Can I find them at my local dealer?
You may be able to find them at your local dealer. If your dealer does not carry them, he can become a dealer by filling out an application. I'll be glad to hook him up with a vendorship for him.
Why do you manufacture in America?
Well, because it's basically keeping America working. It's made in USA, all the steel we use for these, and that's what we believe in.
These are the stock bars, huh?
Correct. These are the stock bars on a batwing fairing bike. As you can see, they're a lot lower, a lot more kind of cramped, if you will. Pretty plain looking. This is pretty much what they come through OEM.
What's the difference in your hand position between the stock handlebars and the custom handlebars?
Well, the custom handlebars, put your arms up here. It gives you adjustability so you can actually lean back more. With the backrest, you can adjust the handlebars. Like here, you know, you're typically on the ends of my hands just trying to reach the handlebars because the handlebars doesn't come back. But with the other handlebars, you got the adjustability for whatever ride position you want to put in. You can bring them back here, you can bring them up here, all the way forward. Gives you a lot more comfort level, I think. And they're a little bit palmed out, so it's a little bit more controllability, I think.
So with the stock handlebars, you are straining your wrist.
Well, it's just not as comfortable for me. I mean, I've had that from many riders and many installs we've done. We've actually put them on and they can't believe the difference in the comfort after putting them on, because they can adjust them just to them, just like a pair of shoes. I mean, one size doesn't fit all.